Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to show you how to create your KDP notebook cover and how to upload it to your KDP account. So I went to Google and I typed in KDP calculator and I clicked on the first link, and now I'm just putting in the information about my book here. The reading directions, it will be from left to right since it will be a composition book. I'm selecting the size of the interior, and I'm now adding in the page count, which would be 160, and then I am going to select calculate the dimension. After that, you should see this template here with all the information needed for your book cover. Now this will be the size of the cover, 15.61 by 9.5, and these are the rest of the measurements on the book. They're not really important, but if you guys would like, you can pause to read. And now this is me showing you guys the spine of the book, the bleed, and that's it. Now I'm going to download the template, and I'm going to go to files and click on the first one, which is a PDF. This is how it would look, and then you download the PDF. Go to your Canva, select create, then custom size, and then you're going to switch the units from pixel to inches. And this is me going back to the template to see the size of the cover again, which would be 15.61 by 9.5. You don't have to add the zeros, it's basically the same thing. Okay, now 9.5, and then I'm going to select create design. Now I'm going to upload the template to my canvas, size it to fit, okay. And I went to elements and I click on the line, and now I'm going to size it to fit. And now I'm going to go to paperweight, and I am just going to turn it up to at least 60. Okay, and now I am going to go back to elements, and I am going to go to image generator, which is Canva Magic Media, and I'm just going to ask it to create of image of a sunflower, mostly because I'm lazy, but you guys can go more in depth and tell the AI the vision that you guys are going for, and it would create it for you guys. Okay, so now I generate image and I'm waiting for it to load, and it produces 4 images, and I'm just showing you guys the text on the template. While it's mostly measurement, it is also a guideline to tell you guys to stay inside the margin and inside the bleeds so your image don't get cut off. I selected the first image of the sunflower, and I'm sizing it to fit my canvas. Okay, I duplicated it, and now I went to position, and I am going to put the spine above the covers, if that makes any form of sense. And I am going to delete the template, and that's how you create your cover. And now I'm going to add the composition to the cover, the part where the students will normally put their name, or the person that owns the book will normally put their name. You can search for composition notebooks in the Canva element search bar. And I chose that one. You guys don't have to do that because there's clearly ones that is ready made for you guys to use. I just chose that one to show you guys that you don't have to use the pro option. You don't have to be on pro to create any book in Canva, because this one is not on the pro plan. And I went to text, I select heading, and I am going to type in my composition book, and I'm going to size it to fit. Okay, and I am going to duplicate it, and I'm going to add the information of the book. So basically the size of the book, how many pages, and where the book was made in. So I'm Jamaican, so I'm going to type made in Jamaica. So it's a 7.5 by 925, and it has 160 pages. Duplicate again, and I'm going to type made in Jamaica. Okay, and that's it. Now I am going to group everything. Guys, please lock your background to prevent that from happening. So now after I lock the background, I am going to group everything together. And now I'm just going to try and move it around to see the best place to put this. And now we're going to get into the notebook creation, and I went to element, I clicked the line again, and I rotated it to a 90 degrees angle. It should always be at a 90 degrees angle. Now I'm going to size it to fit. I make sure it's at least 1 inches away from the margin. And now I'm going to change the color of the page, not the page, sorry about that, the color of the line. I went with the light blue option. You guys can change it to whatever color you guys like. And I went back to elements, clicked the line again. I had to change it back to black. And now I am going to size this to at least 1 inches down horizontally, and I am going to duplicate it a few times. And now I am going to highlight all of them, click the 3 dots to the right, scroll down to space evenly, click tidy up, and that would be it. but I needed a few more lines, so I'm going to continue to duplicate. But first I locked um the vertical line into place, and now I am going to highlight them again and tidy them up. So space evenly, tidy up, that's it. And I grouped them, and now I am going to size it to fit. And it seems like I am going to need a few more lines, so I ungrouped everything and only highlighted one line, duplicated that a few more times, went back to space evenly and tidy up. Now I'm going to check if I had too much line or if the lines are just enough, and it seems like I added too much, so I'm going to delete one of the lines. And now I'm going to group everything together so I can fit the lines across the page. Okay, went to stroke weight and I turned that down all the way to 1, so the lines look a bit more pale. Okay, so now we're going to duplicate this page, and I went to grid view and selected the page, clicked duplicate a couple times. So I did that all the way until I got to 12, and you guys are going to see why. So now I'm going to highlight all 12 page, and I'm going to batch duplicate, so the process will be more faster. And I did that a few more times, and now I am at 120, and I am finally done. And now I'm going to close the grid view, and now it's time to download the page. Whenever you're downloading your pages to upload to KDP, always make sure it is in PDF. It doesn't matter which one, if it's PDF print or PDF standard, just make sure it is in PDF. And I went back to my cover and I'm going to download it. Again, it should always be in PDF format. Okay. And now I'm at my KDF bookshelf. I'm just showing you guys some books in my shelf, some books that I have already created. That is a composition book. As you can see, this book is still in review because I recently submitted it. This book is live. It's a graph book, lines and logics. That was a gratitude journal. Now I'm going to create a new title, and I'm going to select create a paperback because the book is a paperback book, not an hardcover. And for the title, you guys can always send your book cover to ChatGPT and have it generate a title for you. I did that just so the process could go more slower, and I put in all my information, the age minimum, the description. Please be sure to read your description if you're going to use ChatGPT. And I chose the category. I normally just choose randomly. Sometimes I don't have time to read it, if I'm being completely honest. So I chose education and teaching, studying and workbooks, and then I select workbooks, save category. Now low content books, which this book is low content because it is in notebooks. And for anyone that doesn't know what a low content book is, it's basically a book that have pages that are repetitive, meaning the pages are mostly the same. Now I am going to add my keywords. Now I went to ChatGPT and have it generate some keywords for me, keywords that will drive traffic to my book. Save that. Now I am at the paperback content part, and I'm just going to select all the necessary information. Select the size of the book, which is a 7.5 by 9.25, no bleeds, glossy. And now I'm going to go down to upload my manuscript, which will be the pages of the book. Okay, now while that is uploading, if you guys don't feel like creating your own book pages, you guys can always click the link in the description to my Payhip store and purchase my composition notebook page template. And the manuscript is successfully uploaded. And I almost forgot to tell you guys about the option to have Amazon add a ISBN for you guys if you guys don't want to create, or if you guys don't want to purchase your own ISBN rather. Amazon do have the option for you guys to choose if you guys want to create, if you guys want to purchase one from a third party seller, or if you guys want to use Amazon to add one to your book for you free of cost. So you guys have that option, just letting you guys know. And if you should select the add your own option, you'll just add in the information of the ISBN. And now let's get back to regular programming. And now I'm going to upload my own cover because I created one. If you guys did not create a cover, they do have the option to have you guys create the cover on the KDP page there. And now I am going to select yes, because I did use AI to create the book cover, and I'm going to state which AI I use, which is Canva Magic Image. Copy that, and I'm going to paste that for the rest of it. Okay. And now I'm going to launch the preview of the cover. Don't mind that, guys, it always shows up. Okay, and as you guys can see, Amazon added the ISBN to my book, so I did not have to pay to get one. And now what I like about this launch preview is if there was any issue, you guys would have received a error message letting you know exactly what is wrong and exactly what you guys need to do. And this is just me showing you guys that you need to stay inside the margin, or else you would have received that error message telling you that you're outside the margin. And now I'm going to select approve, and I'm going to scroll all the way back down, and I'm going to select save and continue. Well, that's the cost to print each book. Save and continue. And now I'm going to price my book. So the minimum would be $7.44. The max would be $2.50 USD. So I went for $10, on the profit that I would receive would be $2.28. And Now I'm just going to show you guys how much the profit would work out to in my country. So I copied the royalty amount and I went to Google, searched for Wise, and I selected the USD to GMD option, and I search for the country. Now I'm going to paste the amount that I copied, and that would be the amount that I would receive from each sale made in that country. If you guys think that is too low, you can always raise the price to how much you guys would like your profit to be. And I'm going to receive $2.28 in Canadian in the Canadian market, and I'm just going to work that out in my country currency, which would be $264.69 GMD. Again, you guys can always raise the prices if you think that is too low. And if you guys enjoyed this video and it was informative to you guys, you can always give me a subscribe, a like, and a share, and that would be it. And now you guys are going to receive this message letting you guys know that your book will be in review, to make sure you guys did not violate any guidelines. If you did, your account would be suspended. And that is pretty much it. If you guys learned anything, be sure to give me a subscribe. Bye.